William! Oh, who's on it? Nice, my favorite. How do you have 0 on my list? Miley's wherever anyhow. No. Yeah, no good, nothing. Playing on microwave. Plays this game for negative 10 hours. Negative 1 million hours. Yeah? Bro, why does it look like this? So good. Okay.
Maybe it's time to rage quit, eh?
The most mid goodie bag ever. Wait, how did you get better stuff? I just got drunk. Let me see. Got Mexico. Look how much candy you got. All I got was. Oh, you want it? Yes, you do okay. What you don't want. That's what you got. Mexico sticker. That's mine. Keychain. Got a pen. What is this stamp, bro? Huh? What's the stamp? Sorry, I was just talking. Tootsie Roll. $10.17. Yep, that guy's so dead. Lemon. Lemon. I don't think so.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, that's weird. Like I dialed your
What
number.
happened?
I dialed your number, but it didn't ring.
I answered the phone as soon as it rang.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 'cause it didn't ring on my
And,
end, so
I, and
I hung up.
no, because the phone was in my hand because I was about to call you, so I
Oh,
answered it right away. But I kept saying hello, 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 and didn't say anything.
yeah, that was kind of weird. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. We ended up staying all day, huh?
Yeah,
That sucks.
that's fine. That's fine. I need the money anyways because I'm only working 1 day next week. I'm only working Thursday. He has no schedule for.
Oh, okay. What about Gabby's not home yet.
Yeah, they're stuck in traffic in Virginia.
Oh shit.
So that's a yeah. You should, I wonder if she left that. They probably left after not 6:30.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go text her and see where she's at.
Okay. I guess I'll see you in a bit. Give me a chelada, please.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, buddy!
What?
No, he's playing dancehall music.
Oh.
Action. Me. Okay, that's it.
All right. I'm waiting on you.
All right.
Bye.
I'm not going to sell their bodies. I do not need more money right now. I haven't even gone through half the money that I've earned at the moment. Like, I do not need more money. Alright, chuck these here. Some of these torches are a little bit cooked, I think. Yep, they're cooked. That's great. That's awesome to see. I love seeing the torches.
Rodrigo,
Honestly, I'm very shocked that the game is handling this.
come throw your stuff away.
It's actually pretty insane that it can handle all those torches. Alright, doing a little update on what we're doing. You know, brick by brick, guys, my computer is slowly going to explode.
I said come throw your stuff away.
Quite a bit now. Like,
What
I feel
stuff?
I'm actually lagging out now. This is so cool.
Here, put the recycling. Your cup in recycling too. I said you can put your cup in recycling too. And where's the remote?
Ramen cucumber salad.
No, you can make it tomorrow.
I don't even know. I need to take a look at this, like, when it becomes daytime, I reckon. I can hear boss music, but I don't
Yeah,
know
it's late now,
what it
man.
is. I feel like
Are the lines even still good?
Oh, jeez, okay, never mind. Bro, I'm going up here, I'm scared. Hey, look at these little goobers. What are they doing?
They look good.
Just standing
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can definitely do it tomorrow.
Wow, it actually looks like the
Can you bring me a bowl with some watermelon, please?
I don't even know. Also,
Small one.
that is
Just a bowl, regular, like a cereal bowl.
Alright, we've pretty much done this side. I mean, we can also do the windows here, but I might leave that just so it looks like a train still, just a little bit. Now I'm going to work on doing the railing. But yeah, if we have a lot more torches to do, then I honestly will do the windows.
Yeah.
But like, we'll have to see, Alright, we've done the railing now. That is looking pretty nice. Hold on, let me hop up here. Oh, yep, I can barely see anything. Mate, I can literally hear the glaciers, like, starting to melt. So this is actual global warming. Okay, we're working on a second layer now for the train. This is looking amazing right now. Alright, we're nearly about halfway in the railing.
Why is this not coming out?
Get the torch in between
What?
the other ones. If I get it in the middle, it sort of
Here.
like adjusts
Let me see.
itself. And
There it
like,
is. Hey, damn, take it forever.
Oh no, here we go. This is bleeding out a little bit again. It's such an interesting pattern that I'm doing right now. I don't know, it looks really nice. Obviously, it won't be like a straight line when I do it, but like, dang, man. It looks pretty nice, can't lie. Alright, there we go. Wow, now you can just not see anything at all. That's amazing. It's literally a smoke screen. Not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie, it's been nighttime like 20 times now. And this is the first ever lighting night that we've got. I'm actually shocked. This is the first one ever. Oh my gosh, that lighting was close. Alright, I gotta quickly do this. I'm going back inside, bruh. I'm going inside. Oh my gosh, look at the train. I love how if I look over here, it's like a jet engine. Like, that's literally what I can hear. Turn around and then bam, we're all good, baby. We just pretend that nothing is happening. Oh my gosh, look at the smoke. Dude, it's turning into Minecraft. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. Yo, look at it, bro. It's like wigging out. Oh my gosh. You know what? That literally could mean that my computer is dying, but like, dude, that is so cool though. Alright, now we're working on this side of the railing, so this is the opposite side of the train. I really want to do this before I get into like the really annoying part.
Who texted me?
Doing the other side of the
Sweet
entire
thing.
train. Okay, we've now done
Oh,
this
what's
railing.
your sweet? What's your text?
It's awesome, Mac.
Now we will do
Oh.
the second layer. We are halfway through the railing now, or just about halfway, which is good. This looks really nice. I'm really curious if you can even see anything past the smoke. I'm guessing it's just like the other side. You can literally see nothing. Oh yeah, you can barely see anything.
All you need is your split shot, your size 1
Where's the
Aberdeen
remote?
hook with a minnow, and all you need is a spring bobber.
Can you put YouTube up for me, please? No, go to guest.
We go way back.
Fighting cops like goes horribly wrong for a woman.
I told you.
Hiding cops,
I
right?
told you. I'm in the bed of trouble.
Put that one there. You
I
like
know.
that?
Yeah, it's over with because I just got took it down. She been. What do I do always? Huh? You see him trying to eat that? You see him? Look at that. Let him go like this. Got my. Boy, they hit. Gotta love it.
Congratulations! At this point, why am I even fishing? Like, it's not fishing. It's just casting. I suck. I can't catch jack shit. I walked 4 miles just to get here. Wait, what was that? Is that a rock? Something just touched my line. Oh, I love fishing again. I was about to go home, but
I've been following Paw and Order since it came out. Let me give you a quick rundown before we dive into the next episode. There was this dog. The dog was found on the street at around 4 a.m. The dog also started acting really weird around this lady's shopping. The lady said this dog's aura was weird, which is kind of strange, but let's see what happens in the next episode. So in this episode, a ferocious cat attacks this bodega. Firstly, cats aren't usually ferocious. From my experience, cats tend to damage really high value things, but the cat hit a bodega on purpose. There is something suspicious going on here, I promise you that. Let me tell you my theory. The dog was acting really weird around...
I came in the house the other day, man, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Y'all ready for the fucking audacity? Is this a man, woman, or both? Now, I don't have an issue with...
As always, I love y'all. Oh boy, where do I start? I'll start here. Y'all really overhype New Orleans, and I'm upset. I really am. I waited all my life to come here, and I've been presented with top tier.
At the light, turn right onto North Claiborne Avenue.
I've also extended my stay because I didn't want to leave the city like this. Something ain't right. And I think I've come to the conclusion that maybe the people that recommend these places, maybe they're from out of town, maybe they're not from here. Maybe they've ate here once or twice and they're calling it just the end all be all. It's just so good. I'm just telling you right now, bro, it ain't no way the locals down here in Louisiana are eating like this. There's no way. Although the food down here has been like garbage, the people down here are dope as hell. Some of the most down-to-earth, lovable people I've ever met. The vibes here are good. I will say that the vibes are dope, but if we're talking about food, maybe I should have went to Lafayette. I don't know. I'm about to go to the next restaurant now, and hopefully this restaurant is good. That's it. I love y'all. I think I've changed my life, and videos will be posted soon. Damn. As always.
Not, bro.
Who is that? Who is that?
It's my friend from fucking gaming, bro.
You just fucked that guy?
No, it's my friend from
You
gaming.
just fucked that guy.
No, that's my
You
friend
just
from
fucked that
Xbox.
Oh my god, Brian, you just fucked that
That's
guy?
my friend from
Why
Xbox.
weren't you answering?
Well, what's the issue?
You guys are gooks.
How are we gooks?
I do it for the... Are you serious, dude?
Hello, caller.
I was fishing with my buddy, and we were just harassed by a guy driving his truck.
You're still on the bridge right now, correct?
Yeah.
I'm getting somebody over to you right now, okay?
Thank you so much. And police are here.
Do you have this whole incident on video?
Yeah. Can I show it to you?
Yeah.
What's the issue?
He's coming to clean up the mess and to talk to you, I guess, whatever.
Oh, alright. Cool, I appreciate you guys handling that. He came back. Well, this is about to be interesting.
Turn that thing off.
No, dude, absolutely not.
Turn your camera off.
I'm not turning this camera off. I wish we could have a conversation about what just happened.
I thought you might wanted some bait.
Nah, I'm good, dude.
That little bit right here.
I'm gonna get it. I just don't like the camera in my face.
It is what it is.
Can I throw a bucket of water on him?
On this?
On him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you at the pier.
For sure, buddy. Take care. Great role model to your son. Well, what's the issue?
You guys are gooks.
How are we gooks?
I do it for the... Are you serious, dude?
Hello, caller.
I was fishing with my buddy, and we...
It's all captured on police body cams after Moncray Moon is arrested while driving his Mercedes SUV. You can see a large amount of $100 bills in his pocket, money he says he just took out of the bank to give to his girlfriend to pay the bills.
All right, I'm gonna count your money in front of you, okay?
But after he's taken back to the station, Moncray becomes suspicious of the man who drove him there, Officer Henry Chapman.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Telling the female officer counting the money to search Officer Chapman because Moncray believes he helped himself to a stack of cash.
Can you look in between his legs for a quick? I think he just put some more money in between his legs.
How much money did you have on you? I'm asking.
I haven't touched it. Can you just check in between his
Sir,
legs?
listen to me.
He's moving and everything. Look, he's moving. Sir, I heard rubber band pop. He told me, I had to. Look, and he's moving. He's moving between his legs.
And as other officers arrive,
Look at his hand. He's tucking money. He's tucking money right in his right hand.
he demands that Officer Chapman be searched.
Look at me. If someone takes your money, it will be a big problem, all right? No one's going to take your money. I can see his hand. Are you saying that there's more money in here? What I'm saying is he just touched my machine and put it in between his legs. I heard my rubber band. I've been nothing but cooperative with you guys.
Officer Chapman gets out of the patrol car and tries to prove he didn't take any of Moncray's money.
I'm going to show you right here. Look at me.
But as another officer opens Chapman's driver's side door,
Do you see anything? No, yeah. I'm not even going to touch it. His blue honey's right here.
It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All that's that's my money.
$900 is tucked inside the driver's side door, but Officer Chapman denies he had anything to do with how it got there.
Sir, you've been watching me the whole time. I seen you take it. I seen you crumble. Sir, just count it. If I'm right, it's going to be around $1,000.
Officer Chapman is taken to a room in the station and his gun is removed. Then the cop, who is so adamant that he had nothing to do with stealing Moon's money, changes his tune.
I'm sorry.
And now it's Officer Chapman who's shackled in an interrogation room. After an internal investigation, he is charged with embezzlement and will now serve 2 years probation for taking Moncray Moon's money. It's all...
Okay, sorry. What about Bill Cosby? Did you ever get to meet him or not? Before he had all the problems? Is being a rapist one of the problems? Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. What about Bill Cosby? Did you ever get to meet him or not?
When it comes to dogs, actions speak loud.
What's up?
All private in here.
Oh, we're walking up the river.
Get out of the river and get on the road.
Well, we talked to police officers. You can call the cops if you want.
I'll go ahead and do that.
We talked to Officer Ships, who said you can fish all of this if you walk up the river. The state owns the water. State owns the water. We talked to him right down there at the place. You can get Officer Ships. He's a police officer.
Officer who?
Ships.
Highbridge?
Yeah. We have it on video. What's up?
Highbridge Police?
Yes. Yeah. He said the state owns the water.
They don't. It's all posted. I own the water. I'm the owner of the property.
Okay.
I own both sides of the river, and it's all posted. Okay. And I'm going to go call Officer Ships.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right now.
It's cool.
But in the interim, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate you come out.
Well, we would walk down and go on public, because you own this. You can't own the water.
You cannot walk up the middle of the stream.
All right, well, that's what you're telling us. If you get a police officer here, then we can go up.
No fishing.
When the officer gets here, man.
And I got a couple of guys trespassing on my property.
It's not trespassing. State owns the water.
Officer, what was his name?
Officer Ships. This is crazy, guys. It is ridiculous.
We're trying to fish. This is state water.
Do you know how many people sit right there and go up this every day? Do you know you can't own the water? It's water. You can't own water.
This piece of property.
This is the property. We're not on your property.
You're on my property.
Okay, the police officer that you're calling right now said the state owns the water.
Los frescos de la Ña Luli han sido todo un desvergue. Esa horchata puta ha causado estrago. Todo el mundo la quiere probar, pero rapidito se van. El vegajalérate que van a decir que están muy caros, ¿sabe qué? Son 24 onzas de jugo, no lleva hielo. Así que si no le gusta, cállese los hocico, mierda, metidos. Los frescos de la Ña Luli han sido todo un desvergue. Esa horchata puta ha causado estrago. Todo el mundo la quiere probar, pero rapidito se van. El vegajalérate que...
Quit doing this when you're fishing with NOBNs. Hell yeah, Butter, the NOBN, look at that, fought really hard. So one of the problems that I see when people are fishing with NOBNs, they don't rig them right. When they slide it in through here, they break.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Is there any meat in that bag?
No.
Could you open it for me? It's not. It's because we're not supposed to let bags back there. So my manager was watching on it, whatever, and they think there's some meat in there. And I just want to.
No, I think it's because you seen me pick it up and then you didn't see it in my buggy, but you can watch on the camera that I picked it up.
No, can you open the bag?
No.
Well, you're not supposed to have bags in there, and I can ask you to open it. You can't just flash it open. I'm asking. I'm trying to be respectful. I'm not making a scene. It's just me and you right here.
Yeah, I understand that, but I seen you back there.
If you're telling me no, that's because there's meat in there. There's no reason to say no. If there's no meat in there, I'm a security guard. It's my job. People comply with me all day.
Okay.
Listen, I came to you correctly. I just said, can you put it below? And then that was the end of it. My manager told me to ask you to make sure there's no meat in there, man. I'm not trying to make a scene or nothing. They probably seen you on the camera. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not accusing you of nothing.
Standing back there.
I know. I was walking, man. I'm walking. I wasn't watching you particularly. I was just walking. They said, hey, there's a bag in the cart on aisle, whatever. I went and I asked you to below it. And I came right here. And you said, yeah, we're all cool. And I came right here. And they said, hey, check the bag. They told me to check the bag. That's what I have to do. I'm so sorry.
If I just give you the meat, can I leave?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Look, it's okay. I'm not gonna take you to jail or nothing like that. It's just. Is there? Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Ma'am. I know, ma'am. But you told me there's nothing in the beginning.
There's nothing else.
Can
Just
you
my
move your?
stuff.
All right,
That's
ma'am.
all.
Can you move your? Can
Yes.
you move? Oh, there's some chew. I see it, ma'am.
What?
The beans, the can of beans.
This is not. That's my
Man,
tomato.
it's Kroger tomatoes, man. There's more meat. Okay, now you're lying to me, and
There.
no.
That's all.
I'm gonna get.
7 celebrities who will likely die in prison because of their long-term sentences. Number 1, Suge Knight. The rapper was sentenced to 22 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter and 6 years for a third strike violation, which totaled 28 years behind bars and isn't eligible for parole until 2037. Number 2, Michael Jace. Michael Jace, who you may know for the television police drama The Shield, was sentenced to 40 years in prison for murdering his wife in 2014. Number 3, Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein was arrested in New York and charged with RAPE, committing a criminal sex act, sexual abuse and sexual misconduct, in 2018 and was sentenced to 23 years in prison in 2020. Number 4, R. Kelly. In June 2022, Kelly was given 30 years in prison following his sex trafficking conviction the year before. While in September, he was found guilty of producing child porno, with his attorneys requesting the sentence be limited to 11 years. Number 5, Ryan Grantham. Grantham's auspicious career in Hollywood came to a tragic end in 2020, when he was given a lifelong prison sentence with the possibility of parole after 14 years for killing his mother. Number 6, Danny Masterson. Masterson was kept behind bars until his sentencing hearing in September 2023, where he was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for rapping 3 women. 7 celebrities who will likely die.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
Right here.
Oh, you live here?
I live here.
Oh, baby, we need to get in touch.
Yeah, let's
Oh my God! Oh, look at you. Damn, I need you. You know that?
You need me? Where
Yes,
you going?
I need you right now.
Where you going?
Nowhere. I'm going wherever you want me to go.
I don't know. I'm going to get some drinks.
You want me to get some drinks?
Yeah.
Yo,
But just to let you know, I'm trans.
Really? Damn it.
Are those the Ray-Bans?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I see that.
Yeah, they are.
Right here.
Oh, you live here?
I live here.
Hey, I didn't tell you to get out of the car. Stop. Is your phone on you?
Don't touch me.
Is your phone on you?
Get your fucking hands off me.
Where's your phone?
Do not.
Where's your phone at?
Get do not touch me. Did I ever say you fucker do not touch me. Get his fucking hands off me. Get your fucking hands off me.
Cool. Hey, if you keep resisting, I'm gonna charge you with that. If
You know what? I'm gonna charge you with putting your fucking dirty ass hands on me.
Stop moving. Let him take off your watch.
You don't get to touch me. You are a disgusting piece of shit. The next time you fucking touch me,
Hey, get in the car. Sit in the car.
no, he doesn't get to touch me.
Okay, sit in the car.
Follow, use the words of what these are hands.
Hey, get in the car. If you don't, you're gonna get charged with obstructing.
If he fucking touches me again,
Get in the car, Sean.
get your fucking hands off me.
Sean, he's not even touching you. Get in the car.
Oh, but he
I'm not
did.
touching you.
No, he's touched
Okay,
me.
get in the car.
He's touched me way more times than appropriate.
Sean, get in the car.
Do you know what he's done? If you
Stop kicking us.
I'm gonna kick you right in the fucking
That's mean. Don't do that.
Pull the habit strap out the door.
That motherfucker has touched me more times than appropriate. Do you understand?
Everyone.
Do you understand how many times he's touched me?
All right, we have a couple of charges of our own, so it's gonna be
Which one? We could just do what he says.
No.
Listen to what he says
I'm
verbally.
coming for him.
Okay.
My attorney is filing charges against you.
Hey, let's take her out of here.
You are
Real quick. I'll meet you guys at PD. Okay.
Dirtbag that I've ever witnessed in my entire fucking life.
Do you need anything in regards to your house?
I am suing you.
Do you need anything?
Darling. You are dead.
What's that?
You are getting sued.
No, what'd you say before that?
face is
You said I am dead? What do you mean by that?
You are.
Elaborate on it if you mean it.
You're getting sued. You have touched me more.
Dude, Agasol too. She's trying to fight me. Hey, I didn't tell you to get out of the car. Stop. Is your phone on you?
Don't touch me.
Do you have your phone on you?
Get your fucking hands off me.
Where's your phone?
Do not.
Where's your phone at?
Get your. Do not touch me. Did I ever say that? You fucker, do not touch me. Get his fucking hands off me. Get your fucking hands off me.
Cool out. If you keep resisting, I'm gonna charge you with that. If
You know what? I'm gonna charge you with putting your fucking dirty ass hands on me.
Stop moving. Let him take off your watch.
You don't get to touch me. You are a disgusting piece of shit. The next time you fucking touch me,
Hey, get in the car. Sit in the car.
no, he doesn't get to touch me.
Okay, sit in the car.
Follow. Use the words and let's use our hands.
Hey, get in the car. If you don't, you're gonna get charged with obstructing.
If he
Get in.
fucking touches me again,
Get in the car, Sean.
get your fucking hands off
Sean,
me.
he's not even touching you. Get in the car.
Oh, but he
I'm not
did.
touching you.
No, he's touched
Okay,
me.
get in the car,
He's
Sean.
touched me way more times than appropriate.
Sean, get in the car.
Do you know what he's done? If he stops,
Stop kicking us.
I'm gonna kick you right in the fucking
That's mean. Don't do that.
motherfucker.
Pull the hobble strap out the door.
That motherfucker has touched me more times than appropriate. Do you understand?
Everyone.
Do you understand how many fucking times he's touched me?
All right, we have a couple of charges of our own too, so it's gonna be a lot.
Then what? We could just do what he says.
No.
Listen to what he says
I'm
verbally.
coming for him.
Okay.
My attorney is filing charges against you.
Let's take her out of here.
You are
Real quick. I'll meet you guys at the PD. Okay.
dirtbag that I've ever witnessed in my entire fucking life.
Do you need anything in regards to your house?
I am suing you.
Do you need anything?
Gary. You are dead.
What's that?
You are getting sued.
No, what'd you say before that? You said I am dead? What do you mean by that?
You are.
Elaborate on it if you mean it.
You're getting sued. You have touched me.
Dude, Agasol too. She's trying to fight me. Hey, I didn't tell you to get out of the car. Stop. Is your phone on you?
Don't touch me.
Is your phone on you?
Well, you might need to put that middle light back, boy. You sure? You sure? I don't think you
I apologize. Yes, I do, sir.
you mind?
Come on. Come here. Roslyn, come here. Is the remote over there, or did you go had it?
Here. We got chicken strips.
Mm-hmm. What did you eat at the party?
I got goodie bags, I got cake. It was so much fun.
What did you eat?
They had like chicken and like empanadas and like and like that cake. I ate them.
No.
It was so much fun. Also, my favorite doing like that. And you know Leah, like I've been talking about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, I just look like Gabby, like a few years younger. Yeah, and we were like, after that, me and my Tay and like the,
my other cousins, I guess, and I'm like, and my best friend, we did like we tried doing a dance party in Sada's room.
YouTube. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we had so much fun. They had like so much goodie bags, and they had like a large cake. Someone said I'm going to dump this girl's head in the cake. I said no because, like, you know, double layered cakes, they have like a stick, and you can get your eye poked in there.
Mm-hmm.
And when they cut the cake, I see a stick in there, like.
Oh.
Hey, where you at?
I'm way home.
Oh, I was gonna say we need ice.
No, I know. That's where I'm just coming from. I just went to 7-Eleven to get ice.
Oh, you got some already?
Mom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can some.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
That's not handsome.
Oh, sorry, GC.
It was fun at the party.
I can't hear. I'm in the car.
It was fun at the party.
I'm glad you had fun. I'll be there in 2 minutes. You can talk about it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
And we went to the park. Me and my tea and her friends.
Uh-huh.
And her like her cousin. We walked to the park sometimes.
Oh, you went to a park?
Yeah.
Well, you walked there?
Yeah, we walked there. It's not too far away. It was next to the apartments.
Oh, okay.
It was like fun there. We did like a lot.
That's good.
3rd, 2023. 2 officers on patrol.
Here, you want this chicken?
Huh?
You want the chicken strip?
Yeah. I think. But it wasn't like
Oh, throw this away from me, please.
Okay.
Ah, almost. Make sure don't put no dishes in the sink, right? Grandma cleaned them all.
All of it?
Yep.
Oh, it wasn't really girly, Dad. It wasn't girly.
Oh,
It's
it
like it was like a anime kind of one.
Oh.
It was like kind of like a boys one. But we had fun. And we took pictures. And like I was on my tippy toes to like be the tallest. We had like a couple of pictures. My feet started to hurt.
He had what?
Huh?
I gave Rodrigo one.
Okay.
To build the first new American-owned uranium enrichment plant in 70 years. And now Centrus is ready to expand to meet our nuclear power and military needs, free from dependence on foreign suppliers. Centrus, American technology built by American workers.
I took off from the police twice. I didn't pick up. You know the license. Okay, can I call my girlfriend? I live right here. Anything you're not supposed to do right now? Just do it. Just a little bit.
Bro, she got a Todoroki for. She got a turtle, a fleshy Todoroki. Wait, that's second one. Oh. I'm not giving you one. No, I already gave you one. Dude, fire. Half. No, I'm giving you a half. Dude, I gave you one now. Bro, stop being big. I gave you one. Just give half. Okay, yo. Hey, look. Here, bro. I just want to get a food I have you want it. But what after yours, you're like, no. You still eating that watermelon, bro?
Mm-hmm.
your video. So I know a lot of people start these challenges by going through a drive-thru or eating at their favorite final restaurant. But when you're married, you get to have your lovely wife cook you.
As long as I'm president of the United States, Iran will never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon.
If you like fish and wildlife content, please consider subscribing. On January 17th, 2025, officers with Florida Fish and Wildlife were on patrol when they observed a fishing vessel failed to adhere to a no-wake zone.
Hey guys, we're gonna go upside you, okay? You know why we're talking to you right now? That's correct. Hang tight there for a second. Appreciate it. Alright. Alright, so I'm off the FWC. The reason we stopped you is because idle speeds on holiday this year, right? You guys were on plane, correct? Alright. Is it your book, sir? Get your license, you're in the training for the rest of the whole. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where are you guys fishing today? Marco Polo? You guys catch anything? No. Any guns or anything in there? No. Alright, sir. I'm gonna check your coolers real quick and we're gonna give you a warning for this, okay? As long as you have 2 life jackets on board, you wanna pop this open for me? Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Daisy.
Nothing wrong. Ain't gonna have one up there. Wanna show us? Nothing in this last hole back here? Wait. Sweet, under the buckets. Over here. Okay. Anything in there? What's that? It's like fish to me, buddy. So when I asked if there was fish on board, what'd you tell me?
Rosalind, come over the door, please.
Okay.
Is it locked?
Out here. Get the
What the
cat
hell is that?
Box that Juicy left in my car.
That's Rodrigo.
Or whatever.
Oh shoot! Oh, you brought the filter.
What happened?
Somebody put the ice in the freezer. Yeah, it was so much fun. I was like, I thought I was going to be like boring, but it was so much fun, dude.
What'd you guys do?
We did a lot of stuff. And after that, we were done eating. We were, me and Mike say, Sada, which is Sadie's cousin. We said she said, I mean, my sister said we should do a dance party, and we just started dancing in her like room. We turned off the lights and we just started dancing. They said, "Trying to go in the box,"
That's fine. Take it then.
Okay, I'm sorry. I picked you up.
Yep, stay on.
So cute, though.
Oh. My feet hurt. Leave her.
Should we stay in the box?
Alright, I'm gonna check the rest of the boat.
She's as big as that box.
No, she's not.
She is a big girl. Leave her.
Why doesn't take this? Don't put it in the sink. Just wash it off with water and put it over there on the rack. Watermelon.
You have to wash it. With
Wash
sugar.
with water.
Not just water and soap.
I was gonna say bring,
Yeah, we got goodie bags. I gave
bring
you your
paper
one.
plates.
Wait, the cat's staying in the box. I think she is.
I need to go fart too. I need to go gas. I got stinking cheese yesterday.
Need dinner?
No.
Me neither.
She's staring at me. She's like, what do you do this to me? She goes and does.
Motherfuckers trying to hide fish. Dumbasses.
Tomorrow going at 5. I'm doing counter, not managing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I completely forgot about that.
That's weird. Who's closing?
John.
Oh. That's weird.
I was like, I'm so sorry, please don't fire me, I'm so sorry. That Matt was calling my phone too. John had Matt call my phone. John also hit my Facebook and sent me messages like, hey hon, what's going on? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, did you really mess with? Yeah. And I looked, I was like, yep. I don't know what the fuck happened to me yesterday.
You want to take it easy tonight? You were all slizzard.
Yeah. Matt was fucking laughing at me.
Why?
I was so drunk at when I got to fucking work. I was like, alright, you can start drinking at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Bet.
Sir, when was the last time you got arrested? Okay. Okay.
Baby girl.
you seen before? No.
Until now. They haven't been caught before. Yeah. Record. Well, now you're gonna have a record. Yeah, now you're gonna have one. There's one thing we're gonna tolerate is gonna show you a picture. But that's the deal. The fact that you lied, if you try to cover it up in front of me over there, now we have an issue. Now I'm kidding you. Now I'm kidding you with everything. I could take you to jail right now. That's a bad example of that.
Alright. So the citations you guys are gonna get, they're all gonna be for court appearances, okay? We'll set the same court date on them. She's gonna tentatively set a court date within about 30 days, alright? You'll get notifications, probably about a week about it. If you don't, there's gonna be a phone number at the bottom of the citation for you to call, okay? If you do not show up to court, it's gonna be issued for your arrest, okay? So the citations you're gonna be getting, first one is gonna be interference with an FWC officer, alright? It's because you guys lied, alright? Next one is gonna be for undersized, sea trout, over the bag limit. What else? Anything else? Yep, those, and then you'll be receiving civil citations, just uniform voting citations for blowing the slow speed zone, not having your registration on board, then improper display of your registration. Improper display, you're supposed to have a 2-inch spacing between the end of FL, the start of the numbers, the end of your numbers, and your last 2 numbers. It's listed on your registration form. Yep.
When I got the vote, you know, that's how I did, and I've been inspecting people, and they never mentioned it. So I didn't know.
We turn into sticklers when people start lying to us.
Why? I'm just sorry.
It's okay. I don't take it personally. But I'm gonna we get very, very technical. Yeah. Do you have a Type 4 throwable on board? A Type 4 throwable to settle the sea cushion handles on it? Because there's not one immediately available on deck, that could be another $143 citation because of an improper carriage requirement. Yeah, so it's required to be out and on deck. Whether that gets written or not, it's going to be up to Officer Booth. Do you have a child size life check on?
Gavin's in here, right?
Huh?
Still Gavin's in here?
No.
Should I see that, please?
What are you about to do?
Text Gabby.
Oh, text Gabby.
60 pounds? So that's not the correct size.
And the Korea team is here to review results. Great. Glad to hear it. Let's talk next steps. I'll coordinate with the team.
What?
My phone.
30 to 50 pounds.
Juicy, where do we go?
Seriously? Do you have a cell phone? Is it connected to the internet? That'd be a really good thing for you to look up right now. So I'll pretty much every marina, get a little pamphlet for officials, right? You look online, there's like multiple applications.
Juicy!
So, give you a citation for blowing the speed zone, right? So it's a $140 citation there.
Need help.
At your size. And I did the same to you as well. And I charge you both for interventions. Okay? Do we have any questions about that? Alright, so I have to have you sign these copies.
Juicy. Yeah. Put my phone in the cart, please. Hey.
Where'd you leave it in the car?
Shoes. Hey, excuse me. Right here. Shoes.
I'll be back.
Alright, this is your citation for the going to speed limit. You just sign there, okay? I'll give you guys copies of this so you know all that.
You know it. $800 in cash.
And these are your guys' IDs and copies. Okay?
Psych.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a better day. Yep, all your guys' copies are there, okay? And make sure you call that number on the bottom instead of record it, okay? Yep, no problem. Just tell them what happened. It might take something after a couple days because I've been out. So, alright, any questions before we pull it? Alright. Have a good one, guys.
George, the operator of the vessel, was cited for failure to adhere to a no-wake zone. George and
327.
Stephen were both charged with 3 misdemeanors, one for undersized trout, one for being over the bag limit, and one for interfering with a Florida Fish and Wildlife officer. Both were required to appear to court in person and both entered a misdemeanor intervention program, and their cases are currently closed. If you like this video and want to see more like it, subscribe to Arrest Cam. As always, thanks for watching.
The K4 and K5. The next movement for innovation and the next movement for acceleration.
What time did you get back?
Like 9:30.
Good morning. This guy is so fucking annoying.
Everybody's annoying to you that'll be watching.
On October 22nd, 2024, Monroe County Sheriff's Office received complaints of a man towing a boat at 10 miles per hour at a posted 55. An officer conducted a traffic stop where he made contact with the driver, a 38-year-old male named Nolan.
What is going on, my friends? Welcome to a little fishing.
Did you guys have sex? Okay, so did he use any protection?
On November 28, 2022, dispatch received an emergency call regarding an attempted kidnapping and rape. The victim somehow managed to escape and contact the police in time. Here's what happened next.
Hello, did you give us a call? Did you give us a call? Okay, did you see what happened?
No, I did not. The victim is here. I called.
Okay.
She was ship it out.
Alright. Cool.
Do you live here? You live with these people? I went in the house and we did it on the stop. Okay, did you see anything? I saw it. I saw it in the radio. But for some reason, I don't trust these guys across the street. She was so nervous and shocked. But she was sitting by the way I was sitting up and sit down like this. These windows is big place. Like a reflect of a mirror. So I saw it and I didn't know if I saw the guy with my shirt. And what's he always say across the street like they're working on this gray car. And we come out these guys and here. I just opened. I saw the guy that she described. Like shirt and skirt. No, that's about fucking white.
Rosalind? Rosalind! What the fuck is wrong with that girl?
Fries on the floor.
Rosalind? Rodrigo?
Jesse!
What's she doing?
In her statement, the victim told the officer that the man continued to follow her, asking for her name and phone number. When she refused, he blocked her page with his car and tried to forcibly pin her down in the passenger seat, stating that he just wanted to have sex with her.
I'm gonna have a walk with you. So when he was done, he asked us how we doing it. When he went that way?
But my roommate said he actually takes me right into this parking lot.
So, okay.
It's right here, that house right there, in that parking space. He tried driving me and put me in the front seat.
Okay,
And
the
then
street
down.
is still be over there?
Yes, there was people.
Oh, there's grassy, yeah.
Yeah.
You ran through the grass over
Yeah.
there. Okay. And he pulled up to the side of the road, or he was in the parking spot?
He pulled in a parking spot. The first he pulled on the sidewalk and he was in the driver's seat trying to drop off my sidewalk off the home.
Okay.
It might be a 40.
No problem. We're gonna.
Yeah.
So you first saw him by the post office?
Yes.
And that's when he started talking to you. And he kept driving in his car next to you as you were walking.
Oh, gee, the cashews are right here.
Huh?
The cashews are right here.
Oh, okay.
Mom told me to put them in the box.
No.
To keep America running, it requires nuclear power and enriched uranium. But today, foreign governments own almost 100% of the world's enrichment capacity, and they will use American tax dollars on centrifuges manufactured overseas. There's a better solution. Centrus is the only American producer of enriched uranium.
She won't eat him.
That girl don't eat food, human food.
I know, it's weirdo. I mean, it's good, but at the same time, it's weird.
So it kind of comes and goes. Okay.
And that's not the first time somebody was looking through windows that we caught on videotape, but it's not the same guy, but there were every window that we had.
And when you were when he pushed you on the seat, were you laying? Did he pin you down? Did he hold you down?
First crossed my arms and everything. I was wearing sunglasses. He ripped them off. She ripped them off my face and I pulled them. And she was telling me that he was going to have sex with me. She's going to have sex with me. And I said, no. And I said, no.
Well, I'm here all week. With pot roast on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Got potatoes, got carrots, got the wheat.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Where can we get? I want some pearl onions. You know that little tiny ass joint?
The one that comes in a jar?
No, like the onions. So you can cook them and put them in the pot roast. Like pearl onions. I know they sell the one in the jar. That's for like the cocktails and shit. But
Yeah.
like this is regular pearl onions.
It's the same onions that you do on the grill, but with just the stem taken off. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's just it's called pearl onions because of not like they're pickled, but it's just that piece, the ball.
Makes sense. Because I know they have them pickled. Hey, buddy. We got cheddar Bob. Bring me a piece when you come over here.
Fucking Virginia, they're not opening the pool this week because it's so cold. I got the car. It said the car was reading 66 degrees.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think the pool was open when I left too, right here.
What's that guy look like? It's a tall guy. I know that's your guy. I knew that. Tall, like taller than me? That's right. About my height? Okay. He's fat, thin, he's slim. Okay. It's a black guy, white guy? Black guy. Well, I see you got a pretty guy here. So, if he's in the driver's seat, what he said? Okay.
You have your roast beef sandwich from the other day in there. You have your steak and cheese in there too.
Can you point us out to it? It's in the car though. Okay, so did he use any protection? No. Okay. So you haven't changed clothes or anything? I just haven't. That's what I got to do. What I'm asking is because
You got hot, flaming hot Cheetos, crunchy jalapeno. What happened to the popcorn?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't think they ate it, but I mean, I don't
Because
know.
remember I gave it back to you because I couldn't taste it.
I have no idea. Unless it fell. Nope.
Here.
Life is full of moments we cherish.
Rodrigo.
Dinners, road trips, celebrations.
Or Rosalind.
The good news, up to 80% of strokes may be prevented. Visit stroke.org and be there for the moments that matter most.
What happened to my popcorn?
Sure it is. Are there ads? No. You legally make games with no ads? Play Jimmy. Why? No, we should play anyway. Just put a pricey latte, Jimmy? Is it free? Yeah. Not a single dime to download.
Junior, the bread is in the microwave and no mouse got into it.
It's like so excited to download this game.
No, Mom just put it there.
Okay, you said there's no bread because the mouse got into it.
Oh, okay. That's what they told me. I don't know.
No, it's right in there.
Okay.
So they fucked up my popcorn.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
I told you.
Now I can taste it.
Yeah, you were lunching yesterday.
That was fucking weird. I can't taste shit. That's probably why I got so fucked up with fucking alcohol. Oh, why don't you give me the napkin? Cause you know you gave me a napkin.
Yeah, it was when I ordered. I had originally got my mom wanted a Big Mac, so I got her a Big Mac and Rodrigo his McCrispy. They never sent the Big Mac.
Huh. You put it?
Her mom was hungry. Yeah, Rodrigo did it. He did it for me and got the money back. So now I just used that money and got her a carne asada. She was happy. She washed all the dishes. Huh? Yeah. I was gonna tell you to bring paper plates from work. They gotta just wash their dishes after they use it, so that thing don't pile up like that. She was pissed.
The fuck? All in Florida, they have a fucking pickup truck police car.
To track the suspect.
She's at a police house right now. They got dropped off 20 minutes ago. Cool.
Well, do you want this going with her, or do you want it going with him? Or? Okay.
I need the wallet.
Where's your wallet? You got it? Okay. All right, so wallet and your cash. We'll go with you.
Does she just have a credit card that she pay on bills? That's all.
Can you take the book for now?
Yeah. What is it all in this wallet? All right. You got no other pockets or anything like that? Okay.
But this sucks. This black man just got out of prison and all he's trying to do is live his life.
Did you hear the charge?
I don't get it. What the trouble?
away. He's got to go see a judge. That's all. No, nothing. No, we just want to make sure it's yours. Custody's going to her. It's all that matters. So, we're just here to pick you up, man. That's all. All right. Unfortunately, the detectives, they put out a arrest warrant for you, okay? Well, I'll have that.
I just kissed your lady.
I'm gonna let the detective talk to you about that, okay?
I just kissed your lady.
Don't kiss my lady,
I'll
bro.
let the detective will explain everything to you. We're just here to pick you up, that's all. We're facilitating this. They're gonna tell you exactly what the incident is about, why you put out the arrest, all that good stuff. So, all right. Unfortunately, it's not our case. I'll have her come down. As long as she's calm, I'll have her come down. Just be patient on all of it. He needs a phone number. They're with us. We're like on a little task force. Nothing crazy. Actually, it's manpower. We didn't have enough bodies. He's with us. Yeah, and we'll help him out with his cases. He helps us out with our cases. That's pretty much kind of like a joint thing. That's all. No, it's all West Palm. It's a West Palm case.
West Palm Beach?
Florida.
The man was charged with sexual battery and kidnapping. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
Woman commits sex crime in parking lot.
You said what?
Well, that's the most twisted case you've ever heard.
I just got something to tell you. I'm sitting down here at Kenny, and there's a little girl that just walked in. It looks exactly like that girl.
Okay, is she still inside?
Yes, she is. And she's with an older man.
With an older man?
Yeah, and the thing that really triggered me the most was I was reading the nickel roof. I see a picture of the nickel roof. I showed it to one of the waitresses here, and she said, "Oh my God, she's in here."
When a missing little girl is spotted at a store and then a local Denny's, the other customers couldn't believe their eyes. What were the chances that a child who had been abducted weeks earlier was sitting right in front of them in broad daylight? But as the police arrived on the scene, they quickly realized the horrifying case that shook not only the city of Coeur d'Alene to its core, but also the entire country was far more grisly than they'd expected. And worse than that, the perpetrator was even more depraved than anyone could have ever imagined. And this was only just the beginning of his crimes. May 16th, 2005 was a typical rainy day in the Pacific Northwest until an urgent 911 call came in from a resident of Kootenai County, Idaho. The resident initially called 911 to report a white pickup truck parked on his property that he didn't recognize. Unbeknownst to the caller, this would spark the beginning of an investigation that would send authorities headfirst into the most disturbing case they had ever discovered. As the 911 operator gathered more information, the caller looked inside.
It's good, I'm telling you.
Noted a few belongings.
They have like different ones.
I know. That's how we watching Dateline. You did that shit off.
That's that fake shit. This is real shit.
Received another 911 call from the same man.
Yeah, the same shit that pops up on here. Be on Dateline.
Horribly wrong.
Okay, you need to talk to a deputy about the vehicle for what reason?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, what's going on with the vehicle?
Well, the vehicle, I can't explain it to you. You just have a guy call me quickly.
Well, they need to know what's going on.
The vehicle, there's nothing wrong with the vehicle that I can see. But the vehicle belongs to a guy who is friends with the people that live in this junky house out here. And I went to the door to pay the little kid $10 for mowing the lawn, and there's blood all over the door. Nobody comes to the door. They are friends of the guy who owns this pickup, I find out.
Okay. Okay, let me have a deputy give you a call back at the 661 number then, okay?
Yeah, right away.
All right.
Many of the details presented in this video have never been heard before and were obtained from actual police reports, along with chilling crime scene photos. As it turns out, the caller owned a nearby house adjacent to his property and rented it out to a couple, 40-year-old Brenda Groney and her boyfriend, 37-year-old Mark McKenzie. Brenda had 3 children from a previous marriage who also lived in the home, 13-year-old Slade, 9-year-old Dylan, and 8-year-old Shasta. Authorities raced through the steady rainfall to the rural Wolf Lodge home and made their way down the dirt driveway. As they continued their approach, they stopped to peek inside the family's vehicle, which was parked a short distance away from the residence. Officers glimpsed a hunting rifle lying on the front seat and also noticed what appeared to be bullet holes in the rear windows. As they moved closer to the home, several blood stains on and around the front door became visible. Deputies also noted blood in a pool of rainwater that had formed in the grass next to the walkway. They attempted to elicit a response from the family by pounding on the locked front door and demanding someone open up, but the only answer they received was that of dogs barking. They quickly proceeded to the back door and discovered it had been left ajar. Authorities immediately took one of the visibly frightened dogs into custody. The other, however, remained hiding inside the home. They would soon uncover the source behind the dog's extreme fear. Inside the kitchen, an officer made a most gruesome discovery. The body of a teenage young man was lying face down on the floor, his head wrapped and his hands bound behind his back with duct tape. Then, in the area between the kitchen and living room, the officer spotted another victim, a fully dressed adult woman also lying face down on the floor. Her hands were cuffed behind her back using heavy-duty zip ties in a manner similar to that practiced by law enforcement. Duct tape had also been used to restrain the woman's ankles and feet. Horrifyingly, there was yet another body lying face down in the living room. The adult male victim was dressed only in shorts, and zip ties had been used to bind his wrists and ankles together. The officers confirmed all three were deceased. They then searched the rest of the home for additional victims, where they located several firearms in the upstairs loft area. And after a thorough search, it was confirmed that there was no one else inside the residence. Little did they know, however, that the worst was yet to come. Upon further investigation, authorities uncovered more troubling information. One officer reported that welfare checks at the Wolf Lodge home were not uncommon, and that the family members who lived in the home frequently came and went, with friends often staying over as well. Therefore, authorities thought that perhaps the two youngest children had been staying elsewhere, as that seemed to be common practice. Later that night, detectives went to the prosecuting attorney's office to obtain a search warrant for the Wolf Lodge property and the abandoned truck. While they were there, an unexpected call came through to the police station from a man named Steve Groney, the father of the three children living at the residence with their mother and her boyfriend. And he was desperate for any information regarding the gruesome incident. An officer was dispatched to meet with Steve, and what he told them sent the case in a shocking new direction. According to the concerned father, all three of his children should have been present in the home on the night of the murders, but with only one adolescent victim accounted for inside the house, that meant the two younger children were missing. The victims were determined to be 40-year-old Brenda, 37-year-old Mark, and 13-year-old Slade, leaving 9-year-old Dylan and 8-year-old Shasta unaccounted for. As a result, officers issued an Amber Alert for the two children just after midnight on the day after the bodies were found. Detectives then returned to the Wolf Lodge home, and with a new sense of urgency, began a desperate search in the nearby woodlands for Shasta and Dylan. Though they hoped to find the children alive,
Mom named them after her
they
favorite
feared
soda.
the worst. That same morning, as the rain finally stopped, the clear light of day exposed just how disturbing and graphic the interior crime scene really was.
Who was it that sold Shasta?
Investigators found a sizable blood
Yeah,
smear
it
on
was
the
a
back
brand,
door,
yeah.
and several blood droplets inside and outside the door. Then, upon entering the home, they saw many dried blood stains, some even containing grass clippings from the freshly mowed lawn. Prominent red smears on the swinging doors leading to the kitchen suggested that someone covered in blood had moved through them. The glass-topped coffee table was shattered, leaving fragments of glass scattered about the living space. Furthermore, there seemed to be blood everywhere, from the furniture to the walls. Authorities followed a crimson trail of smears and stains down the hallway to a bedroom, where they found a massive quantity of blood on the bedding. Finally, while there wasn't any blood in the upstairs loft area, detectives did uncover a single plastic zip tie from the floor, matching those used on the victims. It was clear that the evidence inside the home told a terrifying story, but it became even more horrific as authorities examined the bodies further. It became apparent that Slade initially had duct tape covering his mouth that had either slipped or been pushed down around his neck. He also had red stains covering the bottoms of his bare feet, giving the appearance that he had walked through blood at some point during the attack. It appeared the young man had suffered severe, catastrophic injuries to his head and other portions of his body, inflicted by some kind of blunt instrument. Ultimately, the severe beating resulted in his death. Slade's head was lying at the feet of his mother, Brenda. Unfortunately, due to the ghastly blunt force injuries to her head, law enforcement couldn't even recognize her face. Not to mention layers of duct tape were entangled in her hair and wrapped around her head to form a makeshift gag. It was only due to the presence of several recognizable tattoos that they were able to positively confirm her identity. Unlike the other two, Mark had no duct tape on his body, but similarly, he showed several blunt force trauma wounds to his head that clearly penetrated his skull. Investigators also suspected that a bloody person had moved over him as he lay on the floor, based on a distinct pattern of blood droplets on his body. Most horrifying was the revelation that the murder weapon had been a framing hammer, as each strike left behind a circular marking with a cross-hatched pattern on its victim. Meanwhile, authorities continued to focus their efforts on finding Dylan and Shasta, treating the situation as a possible abduction by a dangerous predator. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office requested assistance from the FBI and other resources to help locate the missing children. Over the next several weeks, the entire country held its breath as the search for Dylan and Shasta unfolded in real time on national television. Desperate to find answers, Dylan and Shasta's father, Steve, even contacted a psychic to aid in the search. Unfortunately, those efforts proved futile. Several leads also came in from friends, family, and locals, but each failed to yield any results. Finally, on July 2nd, nearly 2 excruciating months after the murders, authorities got the call they'd been waiting for.
Hi, friends. This is the manager, Denny. I've got a little girl here with a tall gentleman, and she looks so much like this. Okay, are they still in the building? Yeah, they're at table 20.
A woman working at a Denny's restaurant in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, believed she recognized Shasta from missing persons flyers and alerted the authorities. The caller reported that the little girl was with an unknown male and described his physical appearance.
Can you describe the male to me? I'd say 6'3". Okay. Really slim. Okay. Dark hair? Yeah, curly.
The dispatcher wasted no time and immediately sent officers to the restaurant.
We're not sure. She looks so much like her, and I don't know. All right, we'll have to go that way. Okay, thank you. We call us right back, please. Sure. All right, thank you.
Then another call came in that heightened the belief that this was, in fact, Shasta.
I just have something to tell you. I'm sitting down here at Denny's, and there's a little girl that just walked in and looks exactly like that. Okay, is she still inside? Yes, she is. And she's with an older man. With an older man? Yeah, and the thing that really triggered me the most was reading the nickel roof. I see a picture of the nickel roof. I showed it to one of the waitresses here, and she said, "Oh my God, she's in here."
This caller had a strong sense of urgency and seemed even more confident that they had potentially found the missing child.
I don't know if you guys just want to put a deputy down to look, just to check the windows or whatever. I don't know what you guys want to do. It's just off this weird speed. The girl looks exactly like the little girl. She looks really a lot like this little girl.
Authorities arrived on the scene, and the man with the little girl was quickly identified as 42-year-old Joseph Edward Duncan III from Fargo, North Dakota. Soon, detectives also discovered that Joseph had a lengthy criminal history.
Multiple warrants. This guy is criminal conduct, carnal abuse, he's an escape risk. Okay. I still haven't got all of the warrants figured out yet.
According to the reports, Joseph had been committing violent crimes since he was just 15 years old. And by the time he was 17, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison for a crime against a 14-year-old boy.
Oh
He was
my
released on
God.
parole in 1994
3-hour
after
bus
serving
ride.
14 years. And then in March
I gotta come down
2005,
in the
Joseph
graduation
was
picture.
charged with another crime against two boys. After a doctor friend helped him post bail, he seemingly disappeared without a trace until now. During this time, authorities also learned from dispatch that Joseph had several vehicles tied to his name.
He's attached to a red Pontiac as a suspect vehicle. He's also attached to a red Jeep Cherokee that's a stolen vehicle.
Joseph had driven to the restaurant in a red
One for
Jeep
you,
bearing
everyone else
Missouri
remembers.
plates. And as it turns out, the vehicle had been stolen from an Enterprise rent-a-car in St.
We
Paul,
ended up,
Minnesota.
after prom, we ended up getting to the house. We got there at like midnight, because it ended on midnight. We went to bed at 1. We had to wake up at like
News soon broke that the
4:45.
little girl with Joseph
Damn.
was in fact
I know, it's so
Shasta,
stupid. They
and
made
she
us
had
see
an
their children so early
unbelievably
and right
wicked
after
story
prom.
to tell. Before even leaving the Denny's restaurant, Shasta reportedly told authorities about
And
the
elephant
deaths
from
at
the
Wolf
house.
Lodge and that
Whatever.
Joseph was the perpetrator. Then she was transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. Officers contacted her father, Steve Groney, and he raced to the hospital to be by his daughter's side. Of course, authorities immediately took Joseph Duncan into custody, but one important question was still hanging in the air.
Where's the other kid?
Where was young Dylan? Authorities soon uncovered surveillance footage from a convenience store in Coeur d'Alene. Their findings were ominous. Joseph and Shasta
Look, she's got my roof ones.
seemed to be traveling alone. Then later that same day, an officer experienced in working with children visited Shasta in the hospital, where she recounted her grueling version of the events leading to that point. Please be aware that the following details came directly from Shasta and are incredibly upsetting. Your discretion is advised. Shasta recalled being abruptly woken up by her mother on the night of May 16th and told that an intruder was in the home. Then she went into the living room where her entire family had been ordered to lay on the floor, were bound and held at gunpoint. She identified the intruder as Joseph Duncan, a man she claimed to have never seen or met before in her life. After a few moments of silent terror, Joseph tapped Shasta on the head and gave her a simple shush gesture as he picked her up and carried her out the back door. Shasta was laid on the grass outside and warned that she would be hurt or killed if she didn't stay quiet. She said Dylan was brought out and laid on the grass beside her a short time later. Joseph then went back inside, and that's when things took a deadly turn. Shasta told the detective that she heard Mark shouting "ow" or "ouch" sometime after Joseph re-entered the home. Then, unaware of what had happened to her family, she explained seeing Slade walking around outside, acting very strangely. After that, the next thing Shasta recalled was that she and Dylan were being loaded into a pickup truck and driven to a nearby property, where Joseph then transferred them to the stolen red Jeep. Shasta continued, telling the detective that Joseph drove them out to the remote wilderness of Montana, where they stayed at various campsites. She claimed Joseph slapped her very hard and would chain her and Dylan to trees whenever he had to leave the campsite. Shasta also remarked that he would put small pills in their drinking water, but she didn't know what was in them. Furthermore, the little girl described how Joseph had forced her and Dylan to write letters to their father while being held at the campsites. One letter written by Shasta indicated that Joseph had been giving them some hope of a safe return, saying, "We might see you guys again." In his letter, Dylan wrote, "We're still alive, we're okay, we know what happened to Mom." On one occasion, Shasta said that Joseph left her chained to a tree while he took Dylan away for a long time. When they returned, Dylan was noticeably injured, and Shasta eventually learned that they had gone to an abandoned cabin in the woods, where Joseph tortured the young boy for hours. Joseph actually showed Shasta a video recording of her brother, with his hands tied behind his back, being assaulted and hung by a wire noose from the cabin's crossbeam. In the video, Joseph shouts, "The devil is here, boy, the devil himself. The devil likes to watch children suffer and cry." In the recording, Joseph brought Dylan down and revived him, promising to take him to the hospital. At one point, Joseph started to sing the Lord's Prayer using an eerily high voice. As he sang "Thy will be done," he interrupted himself and shouted, "Can this be your will? You put people on the earth to do this. How can you do this? How can you let me? God, where are you? Show yourself." Tragically, Shasta's next admission removed any remaining hope that Dylan was still alive. She told the detective about another incident in which Joseph reached inside a container, presumably to grab a beer, and fired a shotgun from inside the container, fatally shooting young Dylan. It's unclear whether or not the shot was accidental, but nevertheless, Joseph then apparently burned the young boy's body in a fire at the campsite. Then he packed Shasta into the Jeep and drove back to Coeur d'Alene. As they drove through the town, Joseph decided they'd make a stop at the Denny's restaurant, which is precisely when the 911 calls about a little girl resembling Shasta started flooding in. Before the interview ended, Shasta explained to the detective in graphic detail what Joseph had told her about the fateful night at Wolf Lodge and how he had killed her entire family. She also reiterated that he was a total stranger, not known by anyone in her family. But then, just when investigators thought they were nearing the end of this nightmare, Shasta said one last thing that stunned the detective right to his core. Shasta shockingly informed the investigator that Joseph claimed to have committed other violent murders in the past. Without any more information, the interview ended, and authorities immediately prepared a search warrant for the stolen Jeep Joseph had been driving. They also made preparations to search the probable crime scene in Montana. Forensic analysts began searching the stolen Jeep and found evidence on the exterior that suggested it had recently been driven on dusty, brush-filled roads. Next, they examined the interior and noted several perfectly normal items, such as tourist brochures, GPS units, camping equipment, and a laptop computer. However, it wasn't long before they uncovered some more sinister items inside the vehicle, including duct tape, rope, and video production equipment. Oh, but that wasn't all. Investigators also found a sawed-off shotgun with duct tape wrapped around the handle, a handsaw, and a plastic zip-tie bag matching the brand used in the murders. Authorities sent the digital media found in the Jeep to the FBI Computer Forensics Unit for analysis, who were able to narrow down the search area in Montana. Then on July 3rd, just one day after Shasta's rescue, authorities located a cabin in the Montana wilderness that seemed to match the one from Joseph's recordings. Still, despite extensive search efforts, Dylan's remains were nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, the FBI Computer Forensics Laboratory continued to pull evidence from Joseph's film equipment, including extremely graphic video clips from inside the old Montana cabin depicting the horrendous torture of Dylan. The following day, desperate to find Dylan's remains, authorities began to consider taking Shasta to Montana to aid in the search. Before that could happen, however, they received a call that changed everything. FBI personnel searching in St. Regis, Montana, alerted deputies back in Idaho that human remains suspected to be those of Dylan had been located in a mountain.
Hey, put us in the fridge for me, please.
Matching that which Shasta had
My
previously
graduation
described.
fit came.
The
Oh, that's nice.
Dylan's remains were found. Joseph requested to speak with the jail telling him he wanted to talk about forgiveness because he had killed 2 people in a house. 4 days later, he sat for a long-awaited interview with Kootenai County detectives regarding the Wolf Lodge case. Authorities discovered that Joseph kept an encrypted journal online called The Fifth Nail, which he started in 2004. Decades later, the journal was broken into, revealing Joseph's twisted mindset. He wrote on the blog just days before the attack at Wolf Lodge. One post written on May 11, 2005 reads, "To be more specific, I'm scared, alone, and confused, and my reaction is to strike out toward the perceived source of my misery, society. My intent is to harm society as much as I can, then die. As for the Happy Joe, Jet, well, he was just a dream. The boogeyman was alive and happy long before Happy Joe." Even more disturbing, on February 17, 2005, Joseph wrote, "As long as we keep attacking the symptoms of social disease, the so-called offenders, then our problems will keep getting worse. Someday, soon I hope, society will be forced to wake up and recognize how it propagates its own misery by denying the truth that criminals are victims too." He expanded on these thoughts, writing 11 days later, "Yes, I know a lot about abuse from all 3 sides, the victims, the offenders, and the systems. I'm not saying let offenders do their thing. I have no problem with taking direct measures to stop people from hurting people. But I think it is more effective to take direct measures to stop people from wanting to hurt people. We should offer free offender counseling and even amnesty for certain types of offenses if the offender agrees to treatment before they're caught. That would be a very practical and effective way to reduce crimes dramatically. I doubt it will ever happen, though, because our society loves the excitement that offenders bring into our living rooms through the media, and we would be lost without someone to point our fingers at." It's important to remember that just days after writing this, Joseph was was torturing and assaulting Dylan prior to murdering him. When speaking to detectives, Joseph told them that he just happened to pass by the Wolf Lodge home and noticed Shasta and Dylan playing in their swimsuits in the yard. That's when he decided to pull over and survey the residence, thus putting his evil plan to abduct the children into motion. He may have been driving around and searching for his target as he was prepared with items in his vehicle to subdue the victims. It's likely that he fantasized about a scenario like this many times, and when he spotted the kids, he saw this as his opportunity to act. They asked him to provide his account of exactly what happened on the night of May 16th. Joseph said he arrived on the Wolf Lodge property in the stolen Jeep sometime between 2 and 3 a.m. with plans to approach the residence through the open field. At this point, Joseph went into great detail about the extra measures he took to ensure he left no trace behind, stating he was very knowledgeable of criminal procedures and crime scene processing. Joseph proudly explained how he intentionally bought disposable shoes much larger than his actual size to throw off the investigation. He boasted that he used gloves to avoid leaving any fingerprints. Then he continued to tell detectives that he surveyed the Wolf Lodge home with night vision goggles as he moved across the large field surrounding the residence. Joseph said he took extra care to be quiet because he knew dogs were inside the home. However, while he expressed concern over establishing where the parents' room was located, he appeared to already know exactly where the children slept at night. Detectives surmised that he likely gathered this information from stalking the two children before the attack. Nevertheless, once he felt confident that there was no movement inside and everyone was asleep, Joseph placed himself directly outside Shasta and Dylan's room. He stood on a lawn chair and peered intently inside the window, ready to enter and snatch them from their beds. But then, something happened that sent the night in a deadly new direction. One of the family's two dogs suddenly entered the bedroom and seemed to sense something was wrong as it began sniffing around the room. Then the dog unexpectedly looked directly up at the window where Joseph stood, frozen, and began to growl. Joseph instantly jumped off the chair and ran to a fence line on the property, saying at this moment he thought to himself, "Shit, he made me." It seemed as though he was blaming the dogs for what happened next, as being made is slang for being off the scene. Joseph said he waited by the fence for approximately 1 hour to see if anyone had been alerted by the dog, but no one came out to investigate, and he didn't notice any movement inside the home. Joseph told detectives at this time spent waiting outside, "I kept looking for excuses to not do what I was going to do." Joseph also claimed he was nearly ready to abort the entire plan, looking for any excuse just to leave, but ultimately decided that if he returned and found the back door unlocked, he would go through with the crime. But if the door was locked, he would leave the family alone. So Joseph said he walked back to the home, and as fate would have it, the door was slightly open. He entered the residence carrying the sawed-off shotgun, with the first round being a bird shot to scare off the dogs if necessary. The second round, he said, was a slug intended for the man. Much to his surprise, the dogs didn't seem to notice as he opened the back door, but Joseph said he still retreated to the fence line for roughly a half hour to build his nerve. Then he equipped himself with duct tape and zip ties from a backpack he left in the field and quietly approached the back door again, wearing a hat and a mask. Joseph said that when he entered the home, he found Brenda asleep on the sofa. He then stated, "I froze. I didn't expect anyone to be in the living room." Joseph explained that he felt scared for a brief moment as he backed into the kitchen and waited to see if she would move, but the house remained quiet. So he continued to look around for the two dogs, and as he moved down the hallway, the dogs abruptly charged toward him from inside Slade's bedroom. Joseph described swinging the shotgun in their direction, fully prepared to shoot, but said the dogs quickly scampered away at the sight of the firearm. Joseph ducked down to hide, saying he could see from that position that Brenda had woken up. However, while she appeared to be looking directly at him, Joseph said she didn't seem to sense that anything was amiss yet, as she turned the light off and returned to lying on the couch. Joseph reported that her eyes seemed to be fixed on him, but he couldn't tell whether they were open or not, so he decided it was time to make a drastic move. He made his way over to Brenda, and with the shotgun trained on her, Joseph harshly whispered in a low voice, "Where's your husband?" said that Brenda looked up at him with a confused expression on her face, so he repeated the question with more intensity. This time, Brenda replied that her husband wasn't in the house, so Joseph instead demanded that she bring him to the man. Then Joseph said Brenda quickly got onto her feet and dashed up the stairs to where Mark was sleeping. He instructed Brenda to wake up Mark, and she did so by shaking him and shouting, "There's a man here with a gun." Joseph told detectives that Mark then rolled over and locked eyes with him. But for unknown reasons, the cold-blooded killer became overwhelmed with emotion at this point in the interview. After regaining his composure, Joseph described grabbing 2 sets of zip ties he had earlier interlocked in a police-type fashion to restrain the adults. However, he hadn't anticipated Mark's size and soon realized he would need to use both sets to secure his wrists. Furthermore, he fumbled with the zip ties at the top of the stairs, dropping the one that crime scene analysts later found while searching the home. Joseph said Mark complied and continued to lie face down on the bed as Brenda was ordered to fasten the zip ties around his wrists and ankles. Next, with Mark immobilized, Joseph asked where the guns were, wanting the couple to believe his sole mission was to steal them, not to abduct the children. He likely said this to prevent the adults from trying to fight back. Most people won't risk their lives over a robbery, but would in order to protect their children from abduction. Mark and Brenda couldn't run because they weren't going to leave their children behind, and they were likely afraid to fight Joseph because he had such a clear advantage with the weapon. Mark made his way down the stairs on his backside, and once they were both in the living room, Joseph prompted him to lie face down on the floor. Then he advised Brenda to wake up the children and bring them out. Joseph recalled hearing Slade shout, why, as his mother alerted him to the danger. With Slade out of his room, Brenda went into Shasta and Dylan's room and guided them back to the living area, where Joseph bound their wrists using duct tape and zip ties. When the entire family was secured on the living room floor, Joseph told the detectives, "I stood for a moment and surveyed my work. I thought how easy it was." The following sequence of events lined up precisely with what Shasta had told investigators about Joseph carrying her and Dylan outside and laying them on the grass. After bringing the children outside, Joseph returned to his backpack at the fence line and retrieved a framing hammer before re-entering the home. Once inside, he removed the duct tape from Slade's ankles and guided him outside to a spot where he was out of sight of the other children. Without warning, Joseph violently hit Slade in the back of his head with the hammer. He immediately fell to his knees, and at that point, Joseph struck him again, prompting the 13-year-old to fall face down on the ground. Assuming he was dead, Joseph went back inside the house and told Brenda to stand, but because she was bound at the ankles, Joseph had to help her up. Once she was upright, Joseph said he tried to use the hammer's claw end to cut through the duct tape around her ankles so she could walk. But instead, Brenda was sent face first back onto the floor when he pulled up on the weapon. Joseph stated that Brenda was clearly injured from the fall, so he decided it was time to end her pain. At this point in the interview, he briefly spoke about his empathetic side, saying, "What I did next was an act of compassion." Then he expressed hitting Brenda 2 or 3 times in the head with the hammer. After he was satisfied that she was no longer alive, he moved over to Mark, who he stated was still realizing what was happening, and struck him 2 or 3 times on the top of his head. Joseph said Mark cried out, "Ouch," before going still, just as Shasta had previously told detectives. Joseph then went back outside and noticed that Dylan and Shasta were both propped up, against their orders to remain laying down, and were speaking with Slade, who Joseph was shocked to find alive and moving around the house's exterior, presumably attempting to flee the scene and get help. He demanded the 2 young children to stay still as he ran after Slade, and for a moment, he actually thought the teenager had gotten away. Unfortunately, Joseph caught up to Slade in front of the house, where he was standing frozen in confusion from the traumatic head wounds he had endured. Joseph mercilessly struck him in the head, neck, and shoulders several more times with the hammer, until he finally dropped to the ground. Before leaving the home, Joseph went back inside to check on Brenda and Mark. He said both were making snoring or mumbling sounds, so he struck each victim's head a few more times. He described not wanting to look as he hit Brenda, so he laid a blanket over her head and swung through it. This is unusual, as most perpetrators only cover victims that they know well. It's possible that Joseph struggles to kill women more so than men because of his description of killing Brenda. Additionally, Joseph let Shasta live. We don't know if he planned on eventually killing Shasta, but he didn't murder her
I would tell
right
you,
away. Like
the
he did with
31st is
Dylan.
Stephanie's graduation party.
Joseph insisted that while he knew law enforcement would probably label his crimes
On
as
Monday, I
rage
went to the Swiss house
killings,
just to get my shoes and my dress because I forgot them.
Instead, he offered the demented explanation that he'd been trying to put his victims out of their misery. Nevertheless, Joseph said he finally patrolled the residence along with the two children in Mark and Brenda's white pickup truck. He drove the short distance to the additional property where he left the stolen red Jeep. There, he abandoned the pickup truck, loaded the children into the Jeep, and took off. Later that day, upon locating the unknown truck on his land, the property owner placed his 911 call that you heard previously. Still, based on Joseph's depiction of the events, investigators were left wondering how the bloodstains came to be distributed throughout the rest of the home if most of the killings were isolated to one room. So they asked Joseph, and his response sent a chill down their spines. As he was driving away, Joseph told investigators that he noticed Slade was standing up again in the front yard. He told them he elected not to stop because daylight was breaking. He knew Slade would die soon from his injuries. Due to the fact that Slade's body was found inside the home next to his mother the following day, authorities speculated that he had managed to re-enter the house and leave blood evidence in various locations before ultimately succumbing to his injuries at his mother's feet. It was also believed that he had left the droplets of blood on Mark's body. Joseph admitted to washing the hammer off in the sink before leaving. Authorities were desperate to locate the murder weapon. However, his attorneys prohibited him from disclosing its location. The interview concluded, and while detectives were relieved to have received a full confession to the Wolf Lodge murders, they still had many unanswered questions. Amongst them, why did Mark and Brenda's truck appear to have been riddled with bullet holes? While awaiting his federal trial in prison, yet another haunting revelation emerged. Several disturbing videos from Joseph's personal social media page. Still, no one could have predicted the new set of nightmares about to surface. A document titled Autobiography of Ed Duncan was given to investigators by a former landlord of Joseph's, who said it had been left behind in Fargo. The chilling document, which appeared to have been written during his incarceration as a teenager, detailed his childhood and other significant life events, with strong psychosexual undertones alluding to his deviant desires. 101 pages of journal entries written by Joseph during his time spent in prison in the 1980s shed even more light on his dark side. Around this time in the 80s, he had seemingly developed an alter ego named Jazzy Jet and would post photos of himself online in drag and lingerie for male admirers. Then, after serving 14 years in prison, investigators learned that Joseph was released on parole in 1994. He spent a few additional weeks in jail in 1996 for drug charges, but was released on parole once again after just a few weeks. It was during this time that he apparently crossed paths
You had
with
texted me saying it was for like his either Kim or
on
Sarah.
April 4th, 1997, Anthony was playing with his friends and younger brother in Beaumont, California,
She was
when
like,
he was
oh,
suddenly abducted
I don't
and
know if you want
knife-fight.
to come serve this
Countless law
party. I'm like, oh, I
enforcement
can't. I'm
agencies
kind
came
of in
together to
Virginia.
search for the little boy in the following weeks. And
We left at Media Park
his body
7.
was found by a park ranger.
Why did we get the
roughly
squad
1 hour
level?
from
That's
his
the places
last
where I
known
was actually.
location. Anthony's
There was an
body showed
accident in the
clear
highway,
signs
so like
of
it took even
violent
longer.
assault. And similar to the Wolf Lodge victims, he had been bound by duct tape. Despite obtaining a partial fingerprint from the duct tape and releasing a composite sketch of the supposed killer, Anthony's case went cold. It wasn't until after his arrest for the Wolf Lodge murders that authorities connected Joseph to the evidence in Anthony's case. On July 12th, Joseph was formally charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping. Joseph confessed to Anthony's murder on July 19th, just a few weeks after Shasta's rescue. But that wasn't the only brutal, unsolved murder he was tied to. Joseph also confessed to murdering 2 young girls in the Seattle area in July 1996, alleging he beat them both to death. Based on the details he disclosed and the girls having been in close proximity to his residence at that time, Authorities believed he was referring to 9-year-old Carmen Cubias and 11-year-old Sammy White. The pair disappeared after leaving a motel parking lot, and their skeletal remains were found roughly 17 months later on a muddy hillside in Washington. With very little evidence at the time, the case quickly went cold. Investigators were skeptical and speculated that Joseph's confession could be like some of those other serial killers who have claimed credit for things they haven't done. In any case, on October 16, 2006, Joseph entered a guilty plea to the murder and kidnapping charges in court before a judge and was immediately sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. Finally, on August 27, 2008, a federal grand jury recommended the death penalty for Joseph. Then, in November of the following year, he was given 3 additional life terms. Joseph was also charged with the murder of 10-year-old Anthony Martinez from Beaumont, California, and sentenced to 2 life terms on April 5, 2011, after entering a guilty plea. It's notable that Joseph is wearing a bulletproof vest during his sentencing hearing. This is sometimes done when a prisoner needs to be transported outside of the courthouse, and there is a risk that he will be shot at. While Joseph confessed to the murders of the 2 young girls, Sammy White and Carmen Cubias, he was never charged with those crimes, possibly due to insufficient evidence. The nightmare finally ended on March 28, 2021, when Joseph died in prison from a terminal brain tumor.
Bastard. Oh, but it's fucked up.
Secret absorbed sweat.
I haven't had a Thomas's breakfast, you see.
More like hematoma. Oh.
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
What's the action? Tell me exactly what happened. I think I told Mom. What do you mean by that? What happened? I had a dream, and then I turned on the lights and she's dead on the floor. How? I'm crying blood all over me.
It's reckless driving, MIRP, or malicious injury to property. We're gonna hit him with resisting arrest because he fought the deputies down there while being detained. And that's all the charges.
While I appreciate his dedication to getting the food there promptly, Curtis, you wouldn't give his name, but this is your neck of the woods. You said you knew this guy.
Yeah, this guy has been known to law enforcement as an habitual traffic offender. So, it's not one of those things where he's not known. We know who this guy is.
And Captain Rizzo, giving your name not getting your name, that's not a technique that gets you out of an arrest, is it?
No, and again, it's always eventual that it becomes known to us.
Yeah.
Several means to do it. So go ahead, don't give a name. Just add it to your own list of charges.
Add it to the charges. All right, let's go to Lee County, Florida. Deputy Jill Falcon, sounds like she's responding to reports of a car crash.
I don't know if she saw something at work, but she got it real quick.
126 on 97 on the crash. Can you do 65, 28s? Yeah.
Oh, mom.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
She got him?
No.
Oh.
Alright, give me 1 second. 1 second. The first one is going to be Florida 28 of 47 Foxtrot Delta X-Ray Echo. It's going to be a white Dodge pickup truck. And the second is Florida 28 Indigo Yankee 57 Lima Lima. It's a blue Volkswagen.
You want a strawberry pie?
I don't know.
I'm still ascertaining injuries at the moment. Alright, so what's going on, sir? Okay. Like right in this lane? Oh, right? Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Did stopped, or he just?
No. Well, it looked like he stopped at first and then went.
Okay, who all was in the car with you?
Me?
Three babies over there. One of them has one arm and which is mine.
Okay, so I'm gonna have the ambulance come out. How old is she?
10.
10, and she's complaining of pain in her arm. 126. If we can have control respond, I have a 10-year-old female complaining of arm and abdomen pain. And then that's all your information right there?
Yes, this is my registration and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is my insurance.
What company is it? Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me go grab my work phone really quick. I'll snag a picture of all that stuff.
So we'll try to get an update on that 10-year-old girl. Let's go back to Clayton County. Deputy Rob Fleming. This is where that car show was going on. More action unfolding.
Worldwide horse fest. Michigan has only sandwiches.
Were they in Texas?
Georgia.
Georgia. Oh shit.
Mopar, baby, Mopar.
Oh yeah.
On the game. That's it for me. Now they're your mama. What do you call the trucks?
Mamalonas.
There you go.
Just for the sake of the environment, I hope some of those are hybrids. We're going to take a
La Mamalonsky.
on Patrol Live.
Yeah, the pickup truck, GMC Sierras. That's got Mexican joint, huh? Mexicans love them fucking pickup trucks.
It's the Omaha Steaks Memorial Day sale event, where you get 50% off site-wide. Save on favorites like pork tender filet mignon, juicy chicken breast, sides, desserts, and so much more. Order now to get our famous burgers free. To honor America's heroes, active and retired military will save even more. This Memorial Day, save big and get free burgers from America's original butcher when you visit omahasteaks.com/TV today.
What's she laying on?
Oh, that's a great question.
Okay. He is clearly not reading those books.
Mom said that, is it like a yellow cat or something? Orange cat that's been hanging around? Because she said it has a kitten. Because she saw it today. She was there with her kitten. In the backyard.
So we're getting a new cat?
You gotta catch him first.
Take pigeons and your overpriced satellite TV.
You can't miss.
You can't miss with this. Upgrade and save $30 a month and get 3 months
No,
free.
you want your little baby. You want your little baby.
Save up to $30 a month and get 3 months
You want
free.
your baby.
Two legends unite.
Okay, welcome to the Marco's Pizza Dojo. Some trade, others are handcrafted. Limited time only. Enjoy the pepperoni magnifico for $9.99 and see Karate Kid Legends exclusively in theaters.
How do you sleep at night? On a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
At the Memorial Day sale, save up to $700 on Sealy and get a free adjustable base. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Like ants, the people of the city scurried. Above all, a dame, and I'm narrating again, a stupid sausage. What other sausage? Feeling peckish, Helen ordered her morning groceries. Oh, God, it's not this. She narrated, oh, sod it. Helen wondered what her neighbor looked like naked.
Excuse me?
Was that out loud? Helen picked up her groceries and wanted to die.
How to be an Atlas man. First, apply House of Atlas shave gel for a closer, more comfortable shave. Then, don't look at your cards and go all in. Confidence is an Atlas man's winning hand. Now, shave with your Atlas 5-blade razor. Greatness looks good on you. Welcome to Atlas.
Kuda Mama
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. For relief, that's remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask your eye doctor about prescription
Oh.
MyBo.
you aren't watching OPL yet,
What is it, broken?
Plus is a new
No,
way to
it's
subscribe and watch the show live. Check out the new
Oh, it's got the wings?
watching today.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
We are back live in Lee County, Florida, where Deputy Jill Falcon dealing with the aftermath of a car crash where a big pickup truck rear into a smaller SUV.
It's not SUV. It's a fucking Volkswagen Golf.
Did you see it was just that guy in the
Fucking
has he come
SUV.
out, tried to talk to you or anything?
He has. I told him I cannot talk to him until the cops are here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Just hang out here. I have the ambulance or the medics coming right now. Okay. That's fine. Just listen. I need everybody to kind of stay in one spot, and then I need everybody to stay in one spot. I have another officer coming just to help out because there's a lot of people here right now. Just kind of stay in one spot. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna need all the babies and everybody else's information just in a bit. I'm gonna just go talk to him real quick or get all his information and all that stuff, and then I'll come back to you. Okay? All right. Hello. Mind just stepping out of your car for me for a second? We can have a chat. All right. So what's that?
They were like, probably about
Who's we?
what? Them.
The two cars. Gotcha.
We were probably about like that.
Okay.
And my Gabriel went to the back.
Okay.
And so I went back to grab me. And my foot went off the gas. And we bumped into the back of the truck.
Okay.
So I know that. Nobody like, acting like, oh, keep me warm. So I'll be on camera, man.
Do you have your driver's license, registration, and insurance handy?
Unfortunately, since you're in that big ass fucking goddamn truck, your car probably got no damage, but that car did.
Trust me, we're all with you. We heard that comment about the gator. We are researching that. In the meantime, let's go to Monroe, Louisiana. Sergeant Scotty Sadler and Officer Trey Gallants. A traffic stop pulled someone over for no taillights.
How do we know who you are till we stop you? It would take 5 seconds.
Black people always do the most, man.
Nobody never stopped me talking about no tick or no tail light. Like, I did not know that. If I knew that, I wouldn't be driving like that. Like, that don't make no sense.
So
Why are you getting mad at them?
What
Your
you
fucking
just said,
taillights are out.
Everything is not legal. Those are two things. Your lights busted and your tent's illegal. So that means everything. How do we know who you are? We're not mind raiders.
What you mean?
But we are. We only know who you said we go stop criminals. The point is, you said we should go stop criminals. How did we know? But how did we know who you were until we met?
Oh my God, okay.
But now I see right now, you just gonna be ugly, period. No matter how nice I am, you gonna be ugly.
No, you're not being nice because I'm thinking of speaking to something. You stopped me to my tail light is a tick like what?
God still loves you, even though you're being mean.
Okay.
Hit it with kindness.
Jeez. I guess we're supposed to be mind readers and know that she's not a criminal. But everything's legal except the two things that we named. Why is she so angry?
I don't know. It's all right, though.
She's still hollering.
She's a black woman in Louisiana.
Okay.
No.
Well, a good job by Sergeant Sadler trying to reason with her. Got really weird. You were just shaking your head.
Because it's exhausting. He's getting lambasted about, all these allegations. You did this. Time out. We didn't do anything. But you were served brake lights.
Let him feed into it.
Yeah.
With the company you're trying to talk to try to bring her down, but it wasn't working.
No, it was not. But I salute his effort right there. Now, we want to show you something in Las Vegas recently. A young man apparently had a bad reaction to some tobacco that made him a bit less.
So we're going to 417, a family disturbance between the person calling in and her son. Looks like the son might possibly be on drugs or having a mental episode. You hear that? A little loud arguing. Hey, real quick. What do you want? Leave it or low whistle? Use a low whistle. Okay, I'll take low whistle. Hey, you know if he's on something? You know if he's on something? Hey, give me a second, man. Give me a second, man. I got you. Give me a second. Come out. Please come out. What's going on? You doing okay, my man? Hey, you alright? Hey, handcuffs.
He's sweating like shit.
Handcuffs. Hands on your back. Dude.
And then we smoke some K2s on.
Alright, man. Alright, breathe. What'd you take, man? What'd you take? To the car. I got you. We're gonna help him. Just breathe. You're good. Just chill. No. 7-4. We got one detained here on medical, please. Hey, breathe, brother, breathe. Hey, what'd you take, man? Do you know if he normally uses his weed?
He's from Carolina, that's about it. That's the least that
He doesn't buy it or does he buy locally? Hey, careful.
Kelsey. Come on, man. Respect the world.
You good?
Don't ever play with me.
Who are you talking to?
Never play with me.
Who are you talking to?
I swear to.
He's yelling into the cruiser. There's nobody in the cruiser.
Yeah, that's just your shadow, man. You're good, dude. Alright, let's walk, man. We're gonna walk this up.
What's the shadow?
Have a seat real quick, okay? We're gonna get some cold air going. Better be some cold air, not big air. Heck yeah, man.
I swear to God. What about it? I swear to God, there better be some air behind him. There's gonna be some. I swear to God.
Have a seat.
I swear to God.
Alright, come on down. Grab his other foot.
Watch out, hands on me. Yeah, I'll go right. Good.
Good, my man. Thank you for spitting. Just like that. No. We don't want him to hurt himself anymore, and putting him in this confined space is probably the easiest way to go about that. What's up, boys? Just breathe, my man. Breathe. There you go. Look at that. Good, I appreciate it.
God. I swear to
Hey, just wait so we go. We're trying to help you out. This ended up just being more of a medical call, even though he was a little bit violent, a little bit resistive. Oh, take a seat. Ultimately, he just probably took some bad drugs and needed some help, so that's what he's getting tonight. Is he's going to get that extra help down in the hospital, and thankfully it didn't end in anybody getting hurt from his use. So.
Well, a tense situation. I thought it was phrased best there. Need to get him some help. Captain Rizzo, we don't know what he was on, but you were talking about situations you dealt with similar to that.
Personally, yeah. So, we don't know, again, if it was a synthetic. The problem with some of these synthetics is there's no way to realize what's actually in them. And they do create those scenarios where
And this is synthetic marijuana.
Synthetic marijuana
K2.
and other chemical compounds can be of other types of narcotics, but it creates superhuman strength. They talk about superhuman. I mean, people, when they say superhuman strength, I've never seen anything like it. Multiple officers, and it's not for a criminal violation. It's for custody. You're taking that person into for a life sentence.
Wrong TV.
Oh shit, sorry. Wait, disconnect. Sorry. Sorry, I was trying to get a room.
I can't get out of here.
I know. Give me it. There's another remote.
This is this remote. Oh.
Return. I was trying to do your room because Joe was watching TV.
Here, give me a remote, please.
Okay, there you go. I'm done with play content. That's all. Hey, check this out, young man. 2 niggas in Georgia. You can't use your phone while operating. That's why you.
Yeah, look, I promise you I'm on G. I'm just trying to find the next location that's like 3 minutes away.
What you trying to find?
The next location. And it's about like 3 minutes away from me.
Okay, cool.
I do car content.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you wasn't impaired. That's why I put my. Make sure you're not drunk. No, you're not. No, I don't got you. Let's go. You came all the way to Georgia for this?
Yeah, car shows. Big YouTuber content. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Pretty car work. You know what I'm saying?
My boss. Your license good?
Yeah, thank you.
Give me 1 second, boss.
Let me check this man on the
Yeah, he's not impaired. Just trying to use his phone to find somewhere to go. Lieutenant Toombs is like a car deaf guru. He's doing his thing. Remember, runner, make sure he doesn't have any warrants. If he doesn't, if Lieutenant and Sterling Lieutenant doesn't think anything wrong, we're gonna keep him moving. Nice car, man. I wish I had one.
Challenging. Is it?
Hey, you gonna be 34 then?
I think it might be good.
Yeah.
Be double check though.
We'll keep an eye on Clayton County. Let's go to Las Vegas. Officer Tyler Hoger also pulled someone over on a traffic stop.
Mm-hmm. First scan.
Yeah, I had to go up on the 3 something on
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? We got a macaw in the car.
In the car?
Yeah. Look, see?
Oh, yeah.
How do I do it?
Her feathers are fucked up.
Yeah, a lot of times they pick their own feathers up when they're stressed.
Alright, you're good to go. No. No, I'm good. Oh, well, thank you.
Probably want a cracker.
That's an interesting passenger to have. Officer Singer here decided to feed the bird, but I'll pass on that.
I think she was feeding that parrot so it wouldn't turn rat and then throw her under the bus. Interesting. So you guys ever
Was it a
have
macaw or
any
cockatoo?
with interesting animals in the car?
Macaw.
That would have been funny if the bird just started telling on her.
Wait a minute. I think that's why they were feeding that bird. Right? Did it again. Did it again. That would, some fried chicken later. Coming up after the break, our player of the weekend. This one, a pursuit out of Arkansas.
Look at that fucking guy running with the big little kid. Oh shit, buddy.
Some states have fucking Hellcat police units, police cars.
The dude from Arkansas.
He has a scatter of the hell.
Memorial Day.
Scat.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He got 392.
Starting with the uphill story.
They're like this in them.
Then, a double dose of autopsy of Bruce Lee and Brendan.
The greatest tragedy is death could have been avoided. 1 in a billion chance.
Tap your way into summer.
Blessing and his curse.
Monday starting at 9 on Reels.
All kind of chanks. You no good tricksters.
May cause worsening of existing parasitic skin infestations, serious infections, or pre-existing cancers. New neoplasias have been observed. Do not use in dogs under 12 months of age with serious infections or in breeding, pregnant, or lactating dogs.
Big or little itch, ask
for Abaquel.
When you wash with Snuggle, your loved ones will feel at home. On center stage, at the school dance, or away from home. Cuddly softness, long-lasting familiar freshness. That's the Snuggle promise. Snuggle, the comfort of home.
Well, you're in the big leagues now.
How was your vacation stay?
Oh, I need it.
Whoa,
With your 10% loyalty program discount, that's $225 for the night.
Not bad.
I was watching the episode.
150.
They locked up this Mexican who was drunk, and they were trying to get him out of this bar. And he was cool at first, you know, shooting the shit with the cops and all. And he was like, yeah, I'm a little fucked up, whatever. But then he started getting all fucking angry because they were detaining him because he had a warrant or something like that. Man, that motherfucker did a whole 360. Boy, he got on them cops' ass. I mean, this motherfucker told the one cop was like, you know, I'm gonna find out where the fuck you live and I'm gonna rape your daughter. Just like that. Yeah, he was like, that's not nice. He said, fuck you. I'm gonna kill everybody in this fucking state. And he's a Mexican. He was like, a la verga, pinche güero. Like, kept telling him like that. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm cartel affiliated, so you might want to watch what the fuck you do. I was like, holy shit, boy. They didn't tase him or none of that. He was just, he got them to let him take a leak and shit. He was like taking a leak and the cop was like just joking. He was like, oh man, you really had to go to the bathroom. He was like, yeah, what, you want to see my cock? I was like, no way, dude, this dude is fucking. He said, I want to kill all you motherfuckers. I think they gave him a charge too for threats.
Don't settle for cheap, stinky.
But he was like, I don't know.
At WeatherTech, we make our floor liners in carpet
Little skinny motherfuckers were doing. Was like, look, daddy's skinny as hell. He ain't gonna hurt nobody. Fucking man, they let little nigga was angry, man.
Summer's on its way, and Wayfair's big Memorial Day clearance is here.
Talking big shit.
It's the talk of the neighborhood. Right now, through May 27th, get up to 70%
Like,
off.
me vale verga.
Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals and surprise flash deals for 24 hours. And get it all with fast shipping straight to your door. Save up to 70% off Wayfair's big Memorial Day clearance now through May 27th. You kickstart your summer with savings.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash. DealDash.com. Online auction
That's such
since
bullshit.
2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
Imagine that. How the fuck is that possible?
For only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
You have to.
And shipping is always
You have to bid for
Go to
it.
DealDash.com
And each
right
bid
now and see how much
is
you can
27th.
save.
And he bid, he said 94 times.
HomeAglow just cleaned my entire house for $19. Seriously, $19.
I'd rather go on eBay and bid, man.
They showed up right on time. Did my dishes, my laundry,
Yeah, that's free.
even cleaned my windows. You just pick a date, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for $19. I love using HomeAglow, and I think you will too.
So we're out to a fight in progress. Call Texas saying there's firearms involved. Sounds like one of the parties is pulled a firearm.
Richland County.
We're live in Richland County, South Carolina. You just heard Master Deputy Justin Jeffco explain what's going on. Fight in progress, firearms involved, a serious situation. Tensions are high. Let's listen in.
I have this gay guy coming
Huh?
in. This guy came in.
He's a gay guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he was like dressed as just trans or this, I don't know.
So you heard there, less than 5 out. We're going to keep an eye on that. But right now it's time for our triple play. Last night, we showed you an epic pursuit out of Columbus, Ohio with the shooting suspect who led police through
I got from Walgreens. $10.
You went through red lights, across shopping malls, past schoolyards, until the pursuit finally came to a crashing halt. The vehicle flipped over. Eventually, the driver was pulled out and escorted to a waiting patrol car. Then, we showed you a Washington State driver who attempted to flee from deputies and then sideswiped a work van, taking part of the van with him. Eventually, driver who then tried to escape by going in reverse. As you can imagine, he did not get far. So now it's time for our third triple play. Curtis, take it away.
Alright, so this next one is going to take us to North Little Rock, Arkansas, which is just a little bit north of, you guessed it,
Officer Norman.
Our man's.
Oh God.
An Arkansas state trooper has just caught up to a pursuit involving a Ford pickup that fled from North Little Rock PD during a traffic stop. And yes, that truck is dragging a chunk of metal. The driver jumps the curb and almost crashes.
It's crazy how you have so many cop departments. You have the Highway Patrol. You have, say, Montgomery County Police Department. Then you have City of Rockville Police Department, which is in Montgomery County. Like Frederick Police Department. Like, how do you know that? What the fuck? Why do you have to have so many? So what's the point of having Montgomery County Police Department if you have a fucking, each city has their own fucking cops?
The trooper crashes into the pickup and goes up on the lawn.
There's a jail on campus, right, in Maryland?
Yeah.
Where they hold you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have fun.
And that air compressor, apparently it did a number on the patrol car, which is now beginning to lose steam. Fortunately, there's another trooper right behind him. He immediately takes over as the lead car in the pursuit. He's now right behind the pickup. The trooper moves in for a hit.
Rosa was happy she had fun.
The pickup crashes into a light pole.
Yeah, Rodrigo's like, Dad, can you buy me some McDonald's?
The pickup is surrounded at gunpoint.
I said, fine. I said, ask Grandma if she wants something.
They pull the passenger out from the truck. But the driver is refusing to get out.
I don't like the tenders too much.
Yeah.
And it's holding onto the steering wheel.
So I got a 4-piece. They sent me a 3. I gave one to Rodrigo. I ate a little piece and that was it. I gave it to Rosa. I couldn't stand the smell of this shit.
And now to place him in
I'd rather get the Taco Bell crispy nuggets.
57-year-old Larry York is now facing a slew of charges, including destruction or removal of a
Aiding and
cemetery
abetting.
for a grave marker. Apparently, he ran over some tombstones before state police joined in on this chase.
That was some serious stuff. Curtis, thanks for that. Let's go back to Richland County, South Carolina. This is Master Deputy Justin Jeffcoat on his way to that fight in progress with firearms involved.
Still out there? Oh, is that town?
What was he driving a Ford Interceptor?
I can't tell.
It was a fight in progress. Firearm was presented.
Tuesday, this Friday, 49 fire instead of 418 Road. Only one fire on scene.
He just
We need trash bags, man. We're out of trash, so let him borrow another one from mom.
Or you just move your legs. You move your legs. You can stand up. Yes. Okay. Continue sitting. We got what do you use? What do you use this?
But he came outside and told my neighbor, he said, you need to move out the way because I'm about to shoot you. He was reaching in his pants, said, I got something for y'all, I got something for y'all. Telling my neighbor to move out. That's the only reason the police.
So who? Did somebody hit him in the face?
No, nobody hit him. That's my neighbor down there, but the cops have come out here before, and he has a card, he keeps showing y'all the cops have come out here before, he told him that he pushed him. But I have a video of that incident, he just had a video of everything. And I have a video of that incident too, and I showed it to the police officers before, and they, no, nothing happened. I have a video of it, it doesn't have no sound, it doesn't have no sound, but that's because I'm on the phone with my baby daddy, but nobody hit him. See, she hit him. That's Renzo. She hit Renzo. And we pulled him back. Now I recorded the whole thing. She came in, she said, I got something for your ass. I'm going to get it. I got something for you. And he said, I got something for y'all too. She came back out the door, she tried to kick me. I'm 9 weeks pregnant. Hold on.
9 weeks pregnant. You acting like you fucking 8 months.
And she tried to kick me. See, she tried to kick me. And then nobody's touching nobody. And she went inside, and then he went back inside. Joe went back inside and said he's going to get a gun. She told my baby, she needed to move out the way because he was going to shoot us. And Rizzo didn't even hit him. But she tried to kick and he went inside and said he had to back out with my pants. And this boy never said it was outside.
So, Master Deputy Justin Jeffcoat sorting through things there in Richland County. Let's go to Monroe. Officer Serenity Smith.
What's your name?
Malarkey.
Yes, he just cut them off.
They on the right too. I see the logo right here.
I was just thought we'd let you know you had them on. Say it to somebody or something, somebody will see you. Yes, ma'am.
We'll be out of your way. Just
What's he supposed to look for?
A driver license. You got a copy of your insurance or it's on your phone too?
Get on line. She flipped through about 5 times.
Yeah, just let me see your insurance card. Take a picture of your ID? Okay. Alright, that's fine.
Is he playing with a pen?
I don't know the case.
You said it's a driver license back in there? Right here?
Open that door for me. Open that door for me. Yeah. You don't have nothing down here, do you? No, that's all right. Listen, calm down. Calm down. Your left hand keeps coming on this side of the door. That's why I asked you. Don't do nothing. Nobody gonna ask you to do it, okay?
We'll keep an eye on Monroe. Let's go back to Richland County, South Carolina. Master Deputy Justin Jeffcoat now inside the house, talking to another woman who was involved in this altercation.
You gonna drink or no?
Yeah, sorry. I'm cold.
You're cold?
Yeah.
Dude, you got problems with you, man. Crazy. Rosling. Rosling. I think it might be another one.
It wasn't like y'all were arguing and he was doing his finger like, no, okay, but he was doing his finger like this. And he hugged it out. Alright, let me stop.
Hey, Roslyn. Come here. Hey, do me a favor. Can you give me some ice?
Someone apparently threatened to go inside and do a gun and they were going to fire off the
Here, give me some ice. Just fill it up with ice, please. Excuse me, what did you say?
Sounds like
Tensions are high.
Toyota at the coma, bro.
Work through the situation in Richland County. We're going to work in and stick with us more on Patrol Live on the other side. I mean,
You big baby Daisy. Your dad can hear your dad sat down. He got up, about to get on top of your dad. He was like, what's going on with you?
Please take note of who they are and give them your business. We should all thank them for making happy hour a reality.
I've been farty all day. I've been having a lot of gas. A lot of farts.
First time I tried.
I'm a fart in Rosin's room.
Wow. Just a few sprays and I focused on the business. Not worried about finishing too soon. Now I'm
Kidnap.
just lemons.
She won't come right back out. Liberty. Were the Caps taken out of the finals? What a big mazorca. Here, can you fill this up for me, please? You've already been served.
Blue Room.
Mm-hmm. Chicago native. No, he's Detroit, but Chicago. Yeah, I think so.
Here.
I don't know why my shit don't cut off now.